Really, this is a trauma crisis, not a drug crisis.
Mel Bazil is an alcohol and drug counselor with the Dze L'Kant Friendship Centre in Smithers, someone with first-hand experience providing support to people who use substances. He says that when people turn to drugs, it's a form of self-medication, like going to a doctor for a prescription.
When folks are choosing to self-medicate their trauma that they've experienced either as a young adult or a teenager or a child, then they are making their choices with illicit drugs, and this helps them to deal with their pain. It helps them to understand themselves a little differently because they know their bodies best, they know their choices best.
But unlike prescription drugs, illicit drugs are looked down on.
People who choose to use substances require more connection with family and friends, but stigma pushes each other away. We tend to push people away if they're making choices for substances.
By decriminalizing small amounts, Bazil says that stigma can be reduced, and people won't be afraid to reach out and ask for help.
If most of our folks who choose to use substances are under shame and fear in their communities, then they're not accessing life-saving services and treatments.
And if decriminalization happens, he says it's the community's responsibility next to accept that people are self-medicating their traumas.
We do need to see a response from families and friends of people who choose to use substances, that there can be some understanding that they're making their choices with self-medication.
However,
what they're not making choices in is the supply.
And it's a toxic supply that's taken over 1,200 lives in BC from January to July, including 77 in Northern Health and 23 in the Northwest. Bazil says that greater access to a safe drug supply and a variety of other health services can help prevent even more deaths.
If we have a full range of services in our communities involving detox, treatment, aftercare, recovery homes, we could actually really create more connection that our people are choosing to use substances really need.
For CFTK-TV News, I'm Joshua Azizi.